Today I fucked up by looking under one of the stalls in the men's restroom at work, kinda just happened. So I'm at work, it's about 12 PM today. I get the urge to shit real bad. Maybe it was the hot sauce on my eggs this morning, IDK. I race walk on down to the men's shit house. I arrive finally, push open the door and head for the most private stall in the back because I had a feeling this one was gonna be quite loud. Upon getting to the door of the stall I noticed that the latch was sort of in between locked and open. I didn't think it would be wise to just open the door because it may well be occupied, so I took a couple steps back to look under the stall to see if there were somebody's shoes in there that would tell me if it was indeed occupied. Two things happened. As I bent down far enough to see under the stall, the occupant was looking under the stall right back at me. Awkward. Really awkward. And given the urgency of the situation, the pressure of my leather belt against my lower abdomen caused me to fart, real loud, at that exact moment. I don't know if there are words to describe what seemed like an eternity when we both locked eyes with a loud, slow motion fart going off in the background was like. Wanting to laugh but afraid it would cause me to shit my pants, I waddled to an open stall and let her rip. Too long didn't read. Today I fucked up by waiting too long to head to the restroom, looking under a stall just to see someone staring back at me, and I farted real loud at the same time because I had to take a crap so bad. Last Christmas I was in an airport bathroom stall when I had a similar occurrence. I had to go for the last 30 minutes of the flight but held it because I hate the plane crapper. Once we are about to land I'm regretting this as it's becoming clear I've eaten something I shouldn't have. We land, I rush to the bathroom and get into the only available stall. Things are just starting to happen when a toddler-age girl crawls under the door and stands up with a confused and somewhat alarmed look on her face. I do my best to cover the twig and berries, but there's nothing I can do about the furious explosion of 5 hours ago airport deli sandwich. Once the echo dies down my new friend starts to cry, but she stood her ground bravely. What I assume was her father has reacted with some alarm however and starts calling her name in rather urgent tone as he paces back and forth in front of the stalls trying to find her. I'm almost frozen in shame, shock, realization that horrible smell is me combo, but managed to creak out in here between cramps. I guess that broke the spell though, because my visitor scurried back under the door and she and her father left the bathroom without a word spoken. I may never poop in a public bathroom again. Imagine this from the other guy's perspective. A man walks into the bathroom, strides with purpose over to his stall, bends over confidently, looks directly at him under the stall, and lets out a massive fart. Terrifying. I've been audibly laughing for a good 5 minutes now. It's been a rough week, thanks for this one. Ultimate power move. And I farted real loud at the same time. This man is a man. I think that there are some things destined to happen in your life. There aren't many of them and they will stay with you. Unfortunately for you, one was locking eyes, under a goddamn bathroom stall, with a dude taking a shit and you farting. It's about the worst fate story ever. Edit, everyone can rest at ease. It ends up a happy story as it was love at first shite. We found out made up, the deuce's name was Richard. He and Up become life partners, enjoy Dutch ovens, watching the farts in our stars and plan on staying together till death do us fart. Today I fucked up by teaching my child kisses make her stop hurting. I really didn't think this could possibly backfire on me until about 30 minutes ago. My daughter is dramatic. She would step on a piece of dirt on the floor and fall down screaming me hurt foot or hit her head on a pillow and make a huge deal out of it. We don't watch soccer, so I have no idea where this behavior came from. She is 2. I am her mom, so she believes everything I say. I used this to my advantage and told her that kisses fix everything. Stub your toe? Get a kiss. Whack yourself in the face with a broom? Kiss. Cut your finger with the fake knife? Kiss. It was going great. She caught on quick and, instead of screaming, always asked for a kiss for her hurt. How could this go wrong? Well, I did not foresee the world falling apart and needing to work from home with my 6-month-old and 2-year-old. Some days it's great. They are amazing and the only reason I'm staying sane. Other days, nothing makes you reevaluate your decision to have 2 kids 18 months apart, like being trapped in a house with them 24/7. Today is one of those days. My daughter was eating her breakfast while I was on a video call. She bit her tongue and started crying. Then she stopped and I saw the look on her face. She recovered and I thought she figured it out on her own and forget about it. So here I sit on a very important video meeting and my 2-year-old comes running in screaming, "Mummy, kiss tongue." I am trying to shift my 6-month-old so I can turn off the audio and video. I managed to mute it, after she screamed of course, but didn't get the video shut off in time. My 2-year-old sticks her tongue out and shoves it at me for a kiss as I'm opening my mouth to tell her no. And that's how her tongue went straight in my mouth while all my co-workers were watching. Next time on our series of unfortunate events, she will probably be naked climbing the cabinets in the background. Edit, for all of you so concerned that my terrible parenting is the reason my daughter is dramatic, my daughter's behaviors are constantly and appropriately ignored/redirected and she uses a social emotional program to learn how to handle big emotions in a little body. Almost like I do this for a living. She is intelligent, kind, caring, and yes, dramatic. She is strong-willed and a performer. She will put on a show even if her teddy bear is the only one watching. And yes, I did teach her kisses fix her hurt. That is something I specifically did for my child because, personally, I don't think it's so bad to live in a world where mama can fix everything, even if only for a little while. Too long didn't read, taught my daughter that kisses fix hurt and she French kissed me. My dad taught me the same thing. One time I fell and hurt my butt so I told dad to kiss it better. So he kissed his hand and gave me a pat on the butt. This enraged me and I said, "No daddy, kiss my butt with your lips." In a crowded mall. Same day I ran straight into the glass while leaving. I was not a smart child. I'm an even dumber adult, Lamau. Dude, if it makes you feel any better, I have a very similar story, except I was the child in this scenario. It's important to note, my parents were, and still are, very affectionate towards each other. I'm lucky to have parents who clearly love one another. Anyway, I must have been 4 to 6 years old when one night, after getting ready for bed, my mother was reading to my younger sister and me. She finished the story, and when she went to give us goodnight kisses, I promptly shoved my tongue in her mouth. She instantly pushed me away and asked me where the hell I learned that behavior. I innocently told her, verbatim, "I just wanted to kiss like you and daddy kiss." It's hilarious today, but I'm sure she was horrified. She said to never do that again until I'm married and in love. When I remember that story, I feel so bad for her, but she handled it really well. We kiss our 2-year-old better as well. For weird/hard to reach places I put my index and middle fingers together, kiss the fingertips and then touch the spot that hurts, usually do this with his stinky little feet. I was going to suggest this too. Another alternative is to kiss their fingers and then they can transfer the kiss wherever they need to. Woman I know did the same thing, with her son. He hurt his finger one day when he was like 4 and I guess it bled a little, so she kissed it and then gently sucked on it to apply pressure. Fast forward a few days later. From the other room I hear, "Mommy, I hurt my wiener. Suck it." True story, /. The great thing about preschoolers is that they have absolutely no filter. That's also terrifying at times. Today I fucked up by panic buying 40 packs of the hottest instant ramen on the planet without actually reading the description. 10 days ago, my younger sister started developing a cough. Understanding I'd now need to shut myself in for at least 2 weeks, I set about getting a few supplies. Near enough everything was completely sold out online, however, I managed to find an Amazon listing for 40 PCKs of ramen. Couldn't believe my luck. All were sold out bar the spicy chicken flavor. Not a problem, I like a bit of spice. Without reading the ad, I purchased immediately using the buy now button, thinking I'd found the listing just in time. It arrived a few days later and I eagerly grabbed a pack. I noticed it read 2x spicy on the front. No worries. As a Brit, a hot curry and a pint is pretty much a weekly occurrence from birth. Excitedly cook my first batch. Pouring the included sauce on, I notice it's blood red, thick and viscous. Once mixed in though it looks okay. The noodles smell great. Oniony, chickeny tomato-like smell. Right up my street. Took my first mouthful and messily slurped up the noodles, getting the sauce all over my lips. It was immediately screaming hot. Intense heat within 2 seconds flat. I coughed, inhaling some of the oily sauce and having it stick to the back of my throat, making me cough more and more. I ran for the milk, which offered me only temporary relief. Suffered through and finished the bowl. By the end, I was crying, sweating, pouring out from my nose and had turned a lovely shade of red. I had a Google of the brand and it turned out these are the hottest ramen available on the market. A limited nuclear fire edition release with double the spice of their already extremely spicy fire ramen. Just the originals are so hot that it's become a trend online to film yourself attempt to eat a single pack. I now have 39 more packs of the twice as hot kind to get through. I refuse to let these go to waste. I'm 5 packs in so far, each pack literally makes me cry. I sincerely regret panic buying. Let this be a lesson for anyone. Just shop normally and read things before buying them. Don't be a twat like me. TLDR, panic bought the hottest instant ramen on the planet in bulk without reading the product description. Now suffering greatly for my stupidity. 35 packs of suffering left. Peas. My sister had a common cold. Nothing to worry about. Smile. Edit, the noodles are Samyang 2X Spicy Fire Chicken Ramyun. Alternatively, Google World's Spiciest Ramen. Edit 2, please, get out of my DMs. I will not send nudes. Edit 3, wow. Apparently saying as a Brit I can handle spice makes about as much sense as saying as a fish I can handle dry land. Apologies for triggering the spice lords. Edit 4, so you're saying ketchup isn't spicy? Edit 5, I have started to piss streams of fire. Genuinely painful burning sensation up through the inside and tip of my wingly wangula. You might be one of the few that gets through their toilet paper stash. I bet his ass looks like the Japanese flag. My favorite part is where you had 40 of these but still googled to see what you put in your mouth. As a rule, from now on I will google things well before I put them in my mouth. Also, will try avoid glory holes as best I can. That's horrendous. Just make the ramen without the sauce and put your own spices in. Or add less of the sauce so it's spread out. I'm a bit low on other spices. I've resorted to adding half the sauce sachet plus random bits from the fridge to tone it down a bit, much more manageable. Still end up sweating by the end though, haha. I love Samyang 2X, but it took some practice. The first time I ate them, I got incredibly dizzy and then, after the heat started to wear off, I was freezing cold. And that morning trip to the bathroom was something. That's the ones. First pack had a proper endorphin rush effect. Enjoyable, euphoric, horrible, unrelenting pain. I'm a noodle masochist.